my Q&A. My first guest is the beautiful Chelsea.
Everybody give it up for Chelsea! Thanks for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much.
The energy in this room is incredible. And this is your last
The last show.
On the tour.
Yes.
How does that feel? How has this tour been for you, being in these intimate rooms packed with your amazing fans?
Incredible. Every night has been so special in its own way, and I thank you because I ultimately feel like the woman I want to be on stage in front of you guys. So thank you so much.
What's been like a standout moment on tour for you? Has there been any moment
Today?
LA!
There's always something special about being home. There's always something really, really energetic about the last night, and I feel this right now.
Well, and being from here, we were kind of talking backstage about being at the Troubadour. There's so much history here. That's gonna be so cool for you being in this venue.
I've been looking up, and I've just been like daydreaming. Like standing right here is amazing, and thank you so much for being here with me. And I hope that I can continue to bring great music and great venues.
I want to say, and I think your fans will probably agree with me. I'm so proud of you for this EP.
I just had this flash of my first music video set and like you coming on set, like, and we were just talking about this was like last May. Oh, you guys saw the interview where I was like Gigi forever. That was the infamous interview, but those flashes are coming through right now.
And that wasn't that long ago, you know. And I feel like you hadn't released Lips on Lips yet, obviously. Now it's out, and the vulnerability that you went. This is the most vulnerable we've ever seen you. I want you to take us back to kind of that moment where you thought to yourself, I know I have to go there with this album, this EP. What was that moment for you like? And was it difficult?
Absolutely. There was a lot of different things going on, including having to open up about personal issues with family, and really kind of digging deeper inside to the root of it all, and opening up, because sometimes it hurts to go there.
Oh yeah.
But once you set your mind to it and you have amazing people around you, it helped me ultimately write this whole EP, and I'm not mad at it at all.
Did you have some emotional days in the studio? Like, were you crying?
I was crying.
Yeah.
I was having breakdowns every now and then, and also this constant struggle of having identity crises,
Which we all have.
Which we all
have. All the time.
and I realized it's not about figuring it out right on the spot or on that moment. It's those days where you push through that ad and all kind of snowball into that moment where you do realize all those moments are needed. And I'm still processing those moments too. And hopefully I'm gonna write some more songs about it.
What for you was the most difficult moment to go to?
I think Not Barbie was a special song where coming from the K-pop world, coming from being Asian American, I've had the pressures. I've thought that I had to be a certain way or talk a certain way, not all these issues and expectations on me that I thought I had to be. And then I finally realized that, opening up is the best way to connect. It's not about covering all that up, and that's what ultimately got me to write Not Barbie, because I'm reading so many different stories from my fans, and I've never seen them open up, and I think that's what's most important. It's not about you. It's about finding that openness, because it creates compassion for others to talk about their pain. And yeah, Not Barbie was definitely something hard to talk about in terms of mental, physical, emotional anxiety.
Well, I think that's it. Even this day and age with social media, it's so easy to go on social media and see everyone's highlight reel. And you know, for you being this K-pop princess, you know, like I think it's
Queen.
I stand corrected. Did you know because you have become you are this inspiration to so many people. Did you know when you wrote this EP you wanted a song about that, about dealing with self-image and insecurities, or did it kind of just come about naturally in the studio?
No, I knew I really wanted to talk about that. That right now is the time more than ever where I want to be sure of what I want to say, what I want to write. And, you know, coming back home, it's about coming in full emotion and bringing your truths and this amazing platform that has been created, that I want to take the opportunity to talk about things that aren't often talked about, or create more opportunities to connect.
Lips on Lips, one of my favorite songs on the EP. It's funny because I feel like when I listen to your EP, you use the word you a lot. And it's like speaking about a different person, but for me, I feel like I don't think you're talking about a specific person. It seems like you're talking about something else. And I wanted you to elaborate on that if that is the case.
Yeah, if I think about it, writing this EP has definitely made me realize that I thought that I was falling out of love with music, or just being in front of people and things like that. And this process is kind of a love letter to music for me. And I'm glad that you can kind of see it in each song, that it builds from I'm lost, I'm looking for you, to I'm romanticizing, to I want to run away with you. So yeah, now that I think about it, it's almost a love letter for you and to music.
To yourself, exactly. Born Again, obviously the first track on your EP. So it's such a significant song. It really, I think it was the first time you sort of pulled back the curtain with your fans and said, this is where I was and this is where I'm going. Talk about the significance of that song and why that was so important to you.
That song was the first song I came out saying it's okay to be in pain. It's okay to be hurt, because heartbreak doesn't ruin you. It only makes you stronger, and it only makes you find yourself, and it makes you find a way out to love harder. And I wanted to start this EP and this chapter off with a message about feeling reborn. I absolutely do every single night standing in front of you, and that it is my rebirth right now as a human being, as an artist. So
how would you describe, Tiffany right now on the stage, who's born again, versus Tiffany in Girls' Generation, or even the beginning of your career? Like, how would you sort of differentiate?
No, I just have the lyrics of Freedom passed through my head. It's heaven knows I was just a young girl, didn't know what I wanted to be, and but ultimately, I just loved music so much, and for me, because the way it touched me when I needed someone or something, and I wanted to head back to that direction, where I wanted to write about helping others, and that it's not for me. So I think the biggest difference right now is that it's all for you.
I love the song The Flower on your EP. And I read a thing that you said when you wrote it, in your life, first off, you've had to smile through a lot of pain. And so you kind of wanted to be someone's flower. And I know flower, which is in a lot of songs on your EP, it has a significance to it, which might not be what you think. You know, it's happy, but it's also sad. Can you kind of speak on that a little bit?
Flowers have just been so symbolically significant in my life, from mourning, losing somebody, to celebrating incredible moments. But I think I gravitate and want to stay on to that symbol throughout this EP, because the flower means that oftentimes it takes a while, but when you come into full bloom, it is something so beautiful. So no matter how the process is for that flower to grow, it does come in full bloom. So, yeah.
I really appreciate that you've been so open about your battle with scoliosis. That's something that you recently just started talking about more and more. Why do you think it's important to tell that story?
I think it's important because today we are expected to be perfect, and social media is obviously making you think that you have to be a certain way, you have to look a certain way. And I thought it was the perfect time to come and talk about it and say, no, nobody's perfect. I've been here for all this time, and it's not about being perfect, it's about finding that strength in your vulnerability, whether it's scoliosis or anything else. And ultimately, that scoliosis for me was my every reason to give up, but I turned it into my every reason to push harder.
So powerful, powerful. What have you most learned about yourself in this year? I mean, obviously it's been such a big year for you. Just won an iHeartRadio award. No big deal.
Thanks to you guys, thank you.
I went through your head when they said to you, you're a winner.
I was crying and like holding the tears back, and it's such a moment because I was the first Asian American female. It was also such a moment for music fans, K-pop fans all around the world to come together, and it was just so beautiful to see my fans come together. And you know, I'm what? Do the service. I'm still kind of processing. I've just been flying back and forth, and to me, I think ultimately this award is even more special because it shows that you create the opportunities and you created the change. So thank you for inspiring me and everybody watching me up there, because you are the change. So thank you.
What have you learned about yourself in this last year that like you're kind of taking into this next chapter of Tiffany as a solo artist?
I'm learning to build resilience.
Yes.
And strength. Because I got to this place over the creative process where I was like, is this not for me? Am I not supposed to be making music? Am I not supposed to be doing this? And
don't do that to us, Tiffany. Don't do that to us.
I'm just admitting that I get very, very vulnerable, and I there are times that I do feel like giving up, but those moments where you hang on and you try another day or you try another hour, you just keep working at it till we got this incredible award. and that ultimately, I don't think we're told enough that it's consistency and constant. So resilience is something that I continuously want to build in me.
Yes. Like I said, you were so vulnerable in this EP, but I feel like also at the same time we've kind of just scratched the surface with you. I want to know what's the chapter in Tiffany's life that hasn't been told yet?
I feel like this first EP has kind of set up the themes and arcs to what who I am, and then we can dig deeper, whether that's love songs, happy love songs, or finding the ultimate moment of redemption, or just going back through those times where you were hurt, because sometimes it's hard to relive those moments that scare you and hurt you, but you go into it and you find a way and open up, and it's about helping others who feel the same way. And we are at a time where we need more compassion, so.
I wanted to touch real fast on your one feature on the EP with Babyface.
Yeah!
You kind of went big on that one.
Thank you.
I like it because I think we hear a different side of you, this R&B side, which is super cool. Do you see yourself doing more R&B moving forward?
For me, I think I've decided and committed right now that the theme is fairy tale and fantasy through pop. Because for me, Babyface was the ultimate fairy tale love song creator. Like, all his music kind of whisks me away, and I didn't really think about singing R&B. So I want to just own pop.
I love that.
Tiffany pop. Tiffany pop.
What kind of pop?
Tiffany pop.
Tiffany pop.
Okay, I guess it can be teen pop.
All right, a couple fun questions. Then we're gonna do some Twitter questions as well.
Yes. This has been the fun part of the nights usually.
Ready? All right, what are 3 things on your bucket list? This could be personal and career.
3
Either
things.
or.
My bucket list was winning new artists. It was. Did that for me.
You got
I wanted to finish a full album. Sorry, I'm on like short term. And the other bucket list was I wanted to play at festivals. I wanted to go play at a festival where my fans can continuously watch greater artists. I'm all about sharing great art, and I would love to be there with you and be inspired all together.
I think they want you to play at Coachella.
That would be amazing. One at a time.
Would that be like your dream festival, or do you have one that stands out?
Yeah, Coachella 2020, I guess.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Obviously, we're still loving your EP, but can you confirm if you have other songs written right now?
I am always writing.
Okay.
I'm always writing. I'm always listening to new music and new artists, and trying to figure out what it is I want to write next.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to run back into the studio after today.
All right, top female artists that you want to collab with.
Top female artists would be
Taeyong.
Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
I've been saying it. I've been in love with her.
Sooyoung.
Billie Eilish.
Tiffany Young.
I have recently fallen in love with Maggie Rogers. And I also love Rosalia.
Okay.
I mentioned her. Anybody who wants to write a strong message about being a woman.
Females who rock.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, because you've been in entertainment for so long, what's like your most embarrassing on-stage moment? I feel like you have to have
Well,
one.
I have so many, and I'm a little.
Dilpani.
Oh yeah, it would have to be my debut performance where we were singing live, but they already know. I was singing live for the first time, and we were usually on wireless mics, and I ended up dancing the opposite way. So it was like a major meme, and you know what? I'm happy to be your entertainment. That would be one of my most embarrassing moments. Huh? I know, blessing in disguise.
How about your most starstruck moment?
My most starstruck moment would be I'm like trying to think, because I'd have to say my starstruck moment was a couple days ago when Jean-Paul Gaultier tweeted that
you were wearing.
Yes, I was wearing Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I am absolutely a fan. And also Paul Feig tweeted after our show in Toronto, and I am a huge fan of both creatives. So.
How does Tiffany freak out when she like gets? Do you scream? Do you?
They're like, oh, can we? Jean-Paul Gaultier just tweeted you, and I was like, what?
Are you for real?
Yeah, I was totally having a moment. That was my recent starstruck moment. But I mean,
what about at iHeartRadio? Did you run into anyone that you?
I mean, Alicia Keys. Her speech, her performance was amazing.
And are you the type that will go up to her and be like, let's take a selfie? Or do you like play it cool?
Oh, I play it cool.
Do you?
Yeah. When I'm at places like that, I like to study, because ultimately I was there, and I think it's kind of amazing to go step by step, but I'm literally sitting at those shows every time studying all the lights, the sounds, the camera work, going, one day I'm gonna be up on there. Being up there means I've created something enough that matters, that represents something. So I hope I will find that perfect song to put up on stage. That's what I was thinking of while saying, oh, Alicia Keys.
Like, I want that lady for my next tour.
Yes, I want to be up there with her.
Yeah. Like I said, you're so inspirational. You're such a light, a shining light in so many people's lives. I want to know, what's your quote to live by? You wake up every morning, you know, maybe you're not feeling so good. How do you pep talk yourself? What's that quote?
What's funny is that I've been meditating recently.
Yes.
And I've had this ridiculous mantra. I hope y'all don't judge me. And it was, stay unbothered, stay woke, stay fed. That has been what I've been living to right now.
How often are you meditating? Is it like twice
every
a
day?
Once a day?
Once a day.
For how long?
20 minutes.
Okay.
10 to 20 minutes.
Look at you. I'm woke, Tiffany.
Be unbothered, stay woke, stay fed.
All right, we're gonna do some Twitter questions I have for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is from @RevLerv. It says you won a very important award at the iHeart Awards. What was the first thing that came to your mind when you heard you won?
No fucking way. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And then, sorry for swearing. And then I was screaming because I was talking to my bandmates. I was talking to Girls' Generation. And they were like, congratulations! And I was like, I don't know if I won yet. I'll text you guys after. And it was, I guess it was already buzzing on the internet, and I got the news late, and it was, I was like, no way.
You felt like someone was playing a joke on you. You're like, I don't believe it.
I just couldn't believe that it was happening. There was a lot of traveling going on. When they handed me the award, it hit me. So, thank you.
You're like, this is mine, I get to keep it?
It was like my all access pass for the day. I was carrying it around like, hi, yeah, this mine. It's me.
She has arrived.
She ready.
They also said we won 20 million with 20 million votes. That's a lot.
That's insane. 20 million votes, guys. Thank you so much.
Is that overwhelming? graduating. What's your feeling on that? I mean,
That's crazy. That's
lot
like
of
how many
dedication.
of this? How many of these rooms? Like I still can't process. I'm very new to the Twitter world, and seeing those numbers, you guys are incredible. Thank you so much. I hope your fingers are okay.
Did you
Our
guys
next
all-
orange.
That's what I like to hear. At Mink Sing said, "Do you want people to assimilate your music as American soloists like K-pop, pop, or hybrid, or between both?"
I mean, I think my fans have established it's T-pop. Yeah. I mean, for me, I think music is music. I can't. You don't need to. It's just a different language, and I hope that it feels and translates exactly the same way. Same new music.
This is from Belle. She said, "As mentioned in other tours, Q&A about superheroes, can we see you act in one? Can we see you act as a hero?" I think she's asking about your acting career in sci-fi action movies.
I'd love to. I am a huge Marvel DC. Please send me scripts. I'm all about working for it. So yeah,
Did you
I
see
would love
Captain
to.
Marvel? Did you see Captain
Yes,
Marvel?
I've seen Captain Marvel. And I recently talked about it because Captain Marvel's so special because more and more there are female-led stories told by female directors. And that was such a beautiful thing to watch and just see it come to life.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I recently got this question and I said time manipulation like Hermione Granger in Azkaban. Because I would definitely like to have some more time to sleep. Yeah,
What?
I'm being honest.
That's great. You did actually take acting classes when you
Yes,
came
I
back to
did.
LA. Any acting things you're working on right now, or is it
I have consistently been going to auditions and it's been a learning process because there are times where you don't fit the role, you're not ready, and there are times that you're all the way in and then dates change or stories change, and I am all about having my 10,000 hours, so I'm willing to work and patiently get there.
It's a good book. Malcolm Gladwell. Malcolm Gladwell is who wrote the 10,000.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is from, hold on. It's like on the crease, so it's hard to read this
I'm
question.
sorry.
It says, you talked about how Not Barbie was crafted from your own experiences of societal pressures. So I want to ask, how do you deal with moments of weakness or self-doubt on bad days? What do you do to overcome them?
I know, dang. I still have days where I'm having anxiety or I feel depressed or I don't feel like I should carry on, but I think those feelings are normal too, and I remind myself that those feelings are absolutely normal. I think that's
can
when
probably relate.
you just let it seep in and realize how many people around you are patiently loving you and being there for you. And those people are here today, so yeah, I think loved ones are definitely motivating me, including you, to continue.
This is a fun question. Okay, this is from @SometimesKathy. If you could go back in time and do everything all over again, would you? Is there anything that you would change?
I always say I would never go back in time. That's cheesy. Today, I realized I would go back in time and change all the terrible outfits we had to wear. I was looking, there were so many memes.
The neon pig!
And then I saw the memes say, if only the newer groups knew what the older groups had to go through. And I was like, I loved all my old clothes, but I mean, they weren't right off the runway. So now, if I could go back in time, I would change every single bad outfit.
Is there one that stands out?
Neon pig! Neon pig! The neon pink one! The neon pig!
There was a concert tour opening outfit. And it was like bright Power Ranger neon. Yeah, don't even look it up.
Everyone is totally getting a vote if they don't
They
know.
already know. They're just like, yeah, that one needs to go.
You always look so fashionable, so
Thank you.
you've come a long way if that's the case.
The struggle was real.
At Tay Sonoma asks, what are the tips you can give to someone who's learning Korean?
Learning any language, it's not just about the language. Studying languages have been very challenging because I've tried learning Chinese and Japanese, and I realized if you look further in past the language, there's so much history. And looking into the history and the culture will definitely make you want to learn more and fall in love with it more. So looking into the history behind each language and culture would be my advice. Oh my god, I'm getting serious again, sorry.
Professor T.
Professor T.
Thank you.
All right, this is the last of the Twitter questions. At Tames10805 asks, how does knowing the amount of support provided by Soshi and Sooyoung altogether inspire you to push on and create great music such as the Lips on Lips EP?
I can't thank you enough for all the things that are happening in my life and that continue to happen in my life because of you. I promise to love and work and only go harder for you. So thank you, and I hope you feel the same way.
Tiffany Young.
Thank you. Chelsea, everybody. Thank you so much. And I also have... Thank you. And I also have one more special guest. You guys already know that she's here. If I can have Sooyoung come here. Supposed to be here today too, but she's sick, so she says hi though.
Okay.
So I thought that since every show I was singing Into the New World,